The Emergency Council of Kepler 442b convened for the third time in their planet's recorded history. Representatives from every sentient species gathered in the crystalline chambers beneath the world's primary metropolis, their varied forms creating a symphony of anxiety that resonated through bio-neural networks spanning continents. "They're coming," announced Zix-9, the silicon-based delegate whose species had evolved from the planet's mountain ranges. "Our deep space sensors confirm it. The humans have left their home system." A collective shudder rippled through the assembly. For decades, they had monitored the radio chatter from the third planet orbiting the yellow star. They had watched humanity's rapid technological advancement with growing terror. The splitting of atoms, the harnessing of fusion, the launch of primitive spacecraft that somehow achieved impossible speeds through methods their greatest scientists couldn't comprehend. "What did we do wrong?" whispered Flerica, her gossamer wings trembling. Her people had been peaceful traders, never engaging in conflict beyond their world. "We sent them music, mathematics, poetry. We offered them friendship through the void." The truth hung heavy in the chamber's atmosphere. Every species in the galaxy had made the same mistake. When they detected intelligent life on Earth, they had done what any civilized species would do. They had reached out. They had sent messages of greeting, shared their knowledge, offered their hands in cosmic fellowship. The humans had responded enthusiastically. Too enthusiastically. The Andromedans tried to establish formal diplomatic relations, reported Keth, his scales darkening with stress. The humans sent back detailed specifications for a meeting point, complete with orbital mechanics calculations that shouldn't have been possible for a species barely a century into their technological age. The Centaurians offered them fusion technology as a welcome gift, added another voice. The humans thanked them politely and then demonstrated their own fusion reactors that produced energy outputs that defied known physics. Zix-9's crystalline form flickered with bioluminescent patterns of distress. And when the Vegan Confederacy sent a delegation offering to share hyperspace travel technology, the delegate paused, unable to continue. The humans had already built their own. Flerka finished in a whisper. Not just built it, improved it. Their ships arrived at Vega Prime 3 months before the Confederacy's own vessels returned home. The assembly fell into terrified silence. Each species represented here had made contact with humanity in good faith, offering gifts of knowledge and technology, as was customary when welcoming a new species into the galactic community. Each had been met with grateful acceptance, followed immediately by human innovations that surpassed their gifts within mere cycles. "It gets worse," Zix-9 continued, projecting holographic data into the chamber's center. "Our analysts have been monitoring their recent communications. They're not just coming here, they're coming everywhere, simultaneously." The hologram showed a terrifying web of trajectories spreading out from the Sol system like the strands of some cosmic spider's web. Every world that had made contact with humanity was marked as a destination. "Impossible," breathed Keth. "The energy requirements alone." "They've somehow achieved instantaneous faster-than-light travel," Zix-9 interrupted. "Our physics say it cannot be done. Their ships do it anyway." Flerka's people communicated through biochemical releases, and the chamber filled with the acrid scent of her species' terror pheromones. "What do they want from us? Conquest, subjugation? That's the truly frightening part." Zix-9's form pulsed with deep purples and reds. "They want to visit. Their messages speak of cultural exchange, friendship, and something they call interspecies barbecues." The chamber erupted in chaos. Delegates from 100 worlds chittered, whistled, and broadcast their panic across every conceivable communication spectrum. "They want to eat us?" shrieked someone from the back. "No," Zix-9 corrected grimly. "Worse, they want to feed us." The projection changed, showing intercepted human communications. Images of beings gathered around fires, consuming various organic and synthetic substances, engaging in what appeared to be ritualistic bonding behavior. "They call it breaking bread," the Silicon delegate continued. "From what we can determine, it's how they establish trust and friendship. They want to share sustenance with us, with everyone." "But look at their ships," Keth pointed out, his voice cracking with strain. The hologram shifted to display the human vessels, sleek, impossibly advanced craft that seemed to bend space-time around them. Each one carries enough firepower to crack a planet. We verified it through gravitational lensing analysis. Yes, agreed Zix9, they carry weapons capable of ending worlds and picnic baskets. The absurdity of it struck the assembly like a physical blow. These creatures had somehow mastered technologies that each represented species had needed millennia to develop, had done so in mere decades, and their first impulse was to use these impossibly advanced capabilities to have dinner parties across the galaxy. What kind of species develops planet-killing weapons and immediately thinks, this would be perfect for a friendly get-together? Flirka asked, her voice rising to frequencies only her species could properly hear. The kind that conquered their entire planet not through warfare, but through potlucks, Zix9 replied flatly. The chamber fell silent again as the implication sank in. Humanity hadn't achieved global unity through conquest or force. According to their intercepted cultural transmissions, they had done it through shared meals, cultural exchanges, and an apparently unshakable belief that any problem could be solved by getting everyone together around a table with adequate food. They're 3 hours out, announced a technician from the monitoring station. The delegates looked at each other with the universal expression of beings who had realized they were completely outmatched, not by superior force, but by superior friendship. Should we surrender? Asked Kith. I don't think they'll understand the concept, Zix9 replied. From their communications, they seemed to interpret any response as enthusiasm for their proposed meet and greet. Then what do we do? The ancient crystal being that served as their world's eldest delegate finally spoke, its voice resonating through geological layers. We prepare the welcome feast, and hope we survive the hospitality. Outside, the first human ships began their descent, each one carrying enough firepower to end civilizations, and each one broadcasting cheerful messages about bringing their famous potato salad to share. The age of galactic friendship had begun, whether the galaxy was ready or not.